Hello, welcome back to the ESL One Hamburg closed qualifiers for the Chinese region. My name is Nomad. He is Mo Farah. Who are we playing? Or who are they playing? Who's playing who? What's going on? What's happening? I'm lost. Help me. Game number 2, right?
Yeah, it's game number 2. You
Cool.
got that much. Yeah. I'm very happy.
Nailed it.
We've got Newbee against Serenity. It's two big Chinese titans. Come on, you gotta play it up. It's big.
I'm playing over. Newbee versus Serenity. Second game. Serenity, of course, taking game number 1. Newbee unable to pull off their combos, and we already have a draft underway. So let's go check it out. Let's get into this game. Oh my god.
Yeah, so this draft's interesting because Serenity have picked the Lich pretty early on in their draft, which I like the Spectre ban from Newbee. Lich Spectre is something we saw a lot from EG at TI. I think that's a classic at the moment. But I'm really excited to see the I imagine it's going to be the PYW Tiny. I mean, he's such a good Tiny player. He was playing at position 4 at TI, and now as the offlaner instead of position 4. He's starting to play it there instead. I mean, they could still play it in the 1, 2, or 4, but the PYW Tiny is something to be feared. Newbee actually go for the Bane Mirana this time. So where we saw it from Serenity before, Newbee are going to pick it up for themselves. That classic combo. So I'm wondering whether it's going to be an Inflame Mirana or whether it's going to be a position 1 or 2. We'll have to see. I imagine it's going to be the Mugi Mirana, would be my guess. But oh, that's a new hero. That's something different. It's not something we see all the time. It's
brand new hero to Dota 2.
That's brave. I'll be honest, especially into Silencer.
What's his spells? I've never seen this guy.
I feel like it's starting to come back into the scene a little bit. I've seen it a few times, but not a huge amount.
I think Forward have been playing it over in America. Obviously, they've got Universe now, so no surprises there on picking up that Void. That's
a Universe classic, isn't it, that one? The Voids and the Enigmas are the two that you have to fear from him. He's such a good Void player. I still remember the TI finals where he was hitting those amazing Chronos.
That guy shows up, but Chinese Dota. Let's get in the region. Who's the best Void player in the Chinese region?
Good question.
I think I would have said KP, but he's just moved to SCA, hasn't he? Or is he still in China?
He's in SCA. Yeah, he's playing for Mineski. Unfortunately, they didn't qualify through the open qualifiers for the minor, but it's a sad day for Mineski at the moment. I feel like a sad time.
There's a couple of teams struggling to kind of find their feet right now. A couple of teams, post shuffle, got to get into the groove, and I think Newbee is actually probably one of them.
Yeah, they need to find their form quickly. I think the way that Dota works with the season at the moment is relentless. You can't have this downtime where you're playing badly. You have to be on your game all the time, especially in the Chinese region. It's so competitive, and as soon as you let your game slip, there's always a team that's going to punish you for it.
Ready to slide in under you.
I feel like Newbee have realised that they were lacking team fight last game. Oh wait, they had the Shaker and the Enigma. So they've gone down a different route instead with the Void. But Void ET is a classic. Again, this is something I haven't seen in a while, but obviously you get the Chrono into the Earth Splitter. It's so much damage. I'd just be a little bit worried for Newbee here about playing into the Silencer. But I think Bane ET's when I think of Bane ET as a support combo, I think of lane winning. Like, they really want to be winning their side lanes here. It's super important. And the thing I really like about this ET pick is they can set up for the Mirana in either of the side lanes now. They can play with the Bane or it can play with the ET, because you can get the stomp into the arrow as well. So this Mirana pick's super flexible now. It's very valuable.
But Newbee last time they went for the big combos, they went for the long cooldowns. It didn't pay off for them. I'm surprised to see them going for the Faceless Void Elder Titan again. Obviously, trusting that they can pull it off this time. But I guess it's kind of less ulti based. Chronosphere is nice for them. It's not like the core of their build this time though. They've got the Mirana, they've got the Bane, and no other Titan as well.
I'm not sure about this Serenity draft though. I'll be honest, it feels like Wind Ranger and Tiny are both very similar heroes in the sense that they want to be around, going around getting these pickoffs.
Yeah.
They like to play high tempo, I feel like if Serenity ever run into Newbee as a 5 versus 5 fight, as long as everybody on Newbee uses their spells, Newbee will win that fight.
Yeah.
100%. So I think Serenity have to play around this global really well. That's the thing I would say for them at the moment, and they're lacking a huge amount of damage. They don't really have a win condition hero at the moment on Serenity, so I'm expecting something crazy from them.
All right. Crazy is in-house. Some kind of what are you expecting? Safe laner? Maybe like Clinks or something? Or is that? No,
I
Clinks versus
I
Void
imagine
sounds
it's going to be the
bad.
Wind Ranger mid. You would assume for for ZYD. Sorry, you would. He's very good at that hero. There's Wind Ranger mid is not something we see all the time. Usually played as that position 4, but yeah, I it's really difficult though for Serenity this game in terms of their last pick. I think this is going to be the SCCC hero, yeah. So you would have to say, again, something that can have kill potential in the mid lane. I think is the big thing for them.
Yeah, yeah. Maybe like a Lena or something like that.
Lena's pretty good. I think something that can dish damage in the Chrono as well would be nice, which is why I like the Lena.
Okay, they go back for the DK, and once again, I don't know about you, but I'm just screaming, where is that damage going to come from this game?
The thing is, they have 3 cores that can all scale this time. Like, they have the Mirana, the DK, the Void. So where Serenity did it before, I'll be interested to see if Newbee can do the same thing. I think as long as they can win their lanes with this Bane ET combo, well, not combo, but in the side lanes, they should be okay here.
Yeah, okay, alright. Newbee then going for the kind of scaling damage, but we'll see how that one works out for them. And now they're going to pick up the Alchemist on Team Serenity. That is a 10th pick Alchemist. That's looking pretty good. I don't know what you think.
That's their win condition. This is right. They needed something that could... They need a way to play this game to win the game, which they didn't have before. And the Alchemist definitely gives them this win condition where... At the moment, I feel like Newbee are very reliant on this Chrono to be able to take fights. That's why I kind of like the DK pick where, you can use this initiation with the stuns when you don't have Chrono up. But it's a really good out game.
It feels pretty nice. It feels pretty nice for the out. I mean, DK cannot put the pressure on him to get him out of lane. He might be able to last hit pretty well, but there's going to be a big ask for SCCC to really force out GGG from this mid lane.
That's the thing. Like with this Bane ET, they want to be spending their time in the side lanes. They don't pressure mid well at all. So I expect this out of time to get a really early Spirit Vessel to be able to try and deal with this Alk. But is it going to come soon enough? I'm not sure. It's Inflame Void though. Oh, this is exciting.
What about so is GGG going to be in the mid lane on this Alk? You'd think so, right?
I would assume so, yeah.
Yeah, and they're just going to mix up and put ZYD on his Wind Ranger.
The thing is, with the Alchemist in the mid lane, you get access to the jungle so easily as well.
Yeah, I don't think you can run it as a safe laner unless you're truly, truly desperate.
I think the Radiant Alchemist is definitely better when you have access to that medium camp really close to your mid lane, but...
That's true.
It's still fine on the dive.
You can stack Ancients, though.
You can, yeah.
It's nice.
True.
It's nice.
I'd like to see that, actually, especially from the XCJ on this Lich.
Stacking some camps for the Alk. Yeah, that should, he should be doing that. We should be seeing a bit of that.
I much prefer this Newbie draft to last time, though.
Agreed.
A good chance of winning this one.
Yeah, I think this is going to be a really close game. It's all on the Alchemist for me, but I think this is going to be a good match to watch. Let's get into it. Newbee versus Serenity. Game number 2, as Serenity have a 1-game lead so far.
Yeah, they're going to be feeling confident. They've got the momentum after the last game.
I really wanted this Mirana mount when it came out, but I've never seen how it runs before. What the hell is going on here?
It's such a good cosmetic.
What's going... Like, it's... I don't know what's doing... Okay. It's stopped now. It stopped. Okay. He was just getting into things, a bit of warm-up, a bit of neck stretching. He's been nice and normal now, though. I don't know if you saw that on your screen, but...
He's done his stretches.
Yeah, he was having a bit of yoga. Early morning yoga. Well, not early morning for these guys. It's actually very late in China right now, I think.
That's true. Yeah, they had WSG earlier today, so it's been a very long day for the Chinese teams today.
And Ward being pinged out like crazy. Get rid of it, Faith. He does have the sentry to pop down.
Yeah, I'm surprised Faith didn't see that ward drop. I'd be very surprised if they didn't de-ward it.
Yeah.
Because he did have vision of the Lich, so as long as you're checking his inventory, then...
They gotta know it's there, surely. The Void's like pinging it over and over again. A lot of pings. These guys seem to communicate in binary.
I think the Bane has to be really careful, though, because if he commits the sentry to the wrong place, then...
A bit of clash here as GGG on the front lines here really wants to dive in and try and get this bounty. He's just giving it all in between 3 heroes. Does pick up the bounty rune. And Void taking a lot of damage here, having to back himself away. Serenity bringing 4 for the runes. And I think they actually get themselves both.
Oh, they actually take that.
Void is low. He's got 14 seconds on time walk. The tree comes through. Serenity draw first blood as well.
He took Frostblast first on the Lich to get that kill, which is fine. You don't have the sacrifice, unfortunately, but...
Well, I think yeah, obviously the sacrifice would have been for the middle lane, and now that it's already here,
it's still okay though. You know,
it's kind of whatever.
It's really important you get at least 2 bounty runes on this Alg at the start of the game. You know, with the Griever's Greed.
Yeah.
It's very valuable. So that's why they've contested 4 people in that bot lane, because they know they can't fight both of them with the heroes that they have.
Is there a rune still to be picked up? No, am I drunk?
Yeah, there's a bug at the moment where sometimes the bounty.
Oh no, I do see them all. My bad. Yeah, so 2 apiece. 2 apiece.
ET pulls the creep wave in the top lane. So, like we saw last game from Newbee, where they played the Shaker, he's going to do it again on the ET this game.
Yep, makes sense. Secure your offlaner, decent amount of farm. If you know that you can't contest the lane, then just bring those creeps to you.
Oh, they got the arrow on the Wind Ranger.
Wow. Okay, ZYD is dead.
He took the power shot level 1. That's such a big kill early on. You know, you don't really expect that to happen in the...
Wow, ZYD just drops up in the top lane. And meanwhile, mid, the acid just coming down, but SCCC with the singular point in Dragon Blood can just hang out here, but obviously it's not going to be a very exciting lane, I feel, between these two.
Yeah, it's just a farm fest.
Let's look at bottom, as you have Zincu and PYW fighting it up versus Faith and Inflame.
Yeah, this Void doesn't really do anything at the start of the game. That's the worry. I would have liked to have seen the Bane with the Mirana and put the ET with the Void, but I mean, this is okay. They just need to try and secure this Void's farm a little bit. Like we've said, they have good team fight as well with the Chrono and the ET splitter. So.
Yeah, absolutely, absolutely. We talked a little bit about it last game, but what happens when you use a Tango? Like, I've always considered it to be Tangos are like an ability. Oh, we actually in trouble. Power shot. They have the damage to finish him off. I don't think they do. This guy's pretty tanky. Meanwhile, Mugi just comes forward, gets the arrow onto XCJ, and will find that kill. And now the sleep comes through onto the Wind Ranger. They don't have the arrow follow-up, though. And they're not going to chase down ZYD, even though... yeah, no, you had the win run.
Yeah, it's really important when you play against this Lich that you don't just have a passive laning stage. Like, the hero is very immobile, it's easy to kill, so you need to make the most of that, especially in a Mirana ET lane. You need to be trying to make things happen.
Well, DK is doing very, very well in this middle lane versus the Alk. 19 and 6 compared to the Alchemist's 12 and 0.
I mean, Alk always, you know, if this lane's difficult for the Alk at the start.
Oh, Avalanche toss back in the bottom lane. They've got Faith, and they'll whack him down with PYW's big old tree.
PYW Tiny. How do you play against it? So good.
Very, very strong of his.
Yeah, Tiny hits his first power spike when you get that level 3, get the 1-1-1 build. Get the the Avalanche toss combo.
Yep, if you have the mana, then that's a lot of damage to come out. Meanwhile, Faith back into lane, full mana, does want to use up these brain saps, but immediately gets cursed, and yeah, it's kind of annoying for him. Just salves up.
Oh, I was going to say, I thought the Void just popped the salve, but yeah, it was the silencer.
Yeah, it was the silencer, you're right there. Meanwhile, Faith's in trouble again, and I say trouble, he just gets annihilated. Inflame is going to have to back himself away now, does have the time walk.
Yeah, Faith has to be so careful with his positioning in this lane. I feel like he's not respecting the PYW Tiny at all. He has to err on the side of caution.
So usually with the Arcane Rune just throwing down these acids in the middle lane.
Yeah, I'm looking to see some mid wards here for both teams, or at least some rune control. Especially when this DK gets level 6, you know, you really want the active runes if you can. Good kill potential.
It's going to be really scary if you get stomped by this Elder Titan with them running nearby. But they're actually going on to Weaxie here, but I think Weaxie's okay. No, he gets himself away.
He's super quick as well, with the Astral Spirit coming back to him.
Well, rune's coming up in 20 seconds. Let's see if we've got some fighting going on for these. I imagine that we will be, because that's so important for this Alchemist.
I don't know if... I feel like Serenity should be able to try and control these bot 2 runes. But Inflame's actually... He's walking to the other side. This is really nice. He knows he can't contest the Tiny, so goes to contest the Silencer instead. Top
lane, the sleep does not come out, and XCJ won't find the bounty rune, though. And Arrow also missed onto XCJ. We're actually getting low, though. Mirana chasing, gets you finish off the kill, just about gets it onto XCJ. ZYD, though, got to get stomped up. We actually solo HP. Can he get away from this one? ZYD with a power shot does miss. And, well, ZYD is going to survive. And
Starfall.
just playing around with a wind run a little bit. Ooh!
Oh.
Moogie! It was close, but now Moogie is going to fall here.
Oh, out gets the last hit as well for the extra Grievel's Greed.
Nice. There's your value. But I think that was... yeah, that was every rune for Newbee, though.
Yes.
So Alchemist's going to be feeling pretty bad about that.
Yeah, that was going to be my next point. That's really important that they took those.
I got there first.
You did. You're the analyst now.
Nah. Oh, God.
Yeah, God, don't do that, please. Yeah. I mean, Alk's still level 5 as well. He really wants this level 6 online now to be able to...
Ooh, jump forwards from the Void, actually. PYW's in a lot of trouble here as he's just completely slowed, but they can't find the last blow as Fate takes so much damage just from ZenQ being here. Is now out of mana, so hard to follow up.
Yeah, I like this early point in time dilation by the Void.
Meanwhile, at top, Weaxi and Moogie are searching, but there's the slow out from X8J. And Newbee just putting pressure up here at top.
Yeah, it's really important. This Wind Range is not farming well. But again, I feel like this DK... I talked about last game how it's really important SCCC got things done on the Queen of Pain. And again, I feel like it's really important that they get this deep wards down and SCCC tries to focus on killing this Alchemist, you know, as much as he can. They need to find him farming this jungle.
Yeah, it's going to be hard, though.
Oh yeah, definitely not easy.
I think you need more than just the DK. You're going to have to like put in a lot of resources into that, and then you know, you need to make sure you look after your core still. But yeah, Newbee have a very active lineup, so I feel like they are going to be roaming around a lot and trying to apply that pressure. Mid lane, yeah, the CGG in trouble as he gets low. SCC jumping forwards here. Do they have the damage to bring him down? I just don't think they do. The breathe fire, Weaxi's going for it. No, he gets the chemical rage off now. Weaxi in trouble. ZenQ's TP'd in for this one as well. Faith is waiting in the tree lines. What can he do? Tree eaten by GGG, and Faith just going to brain sap away. Okay, all right. Nobody dies.
I mean, the biggest thing there for the Alk is that he didn't die.
Yeah, that was huge.
That's massive for him. He is falling behind this DK, though, which is a big worry. Like, if you look at the level of advantage for SCCC, about a level and a half ahead of this Alk.
Yeah.
He's done a really good job of just bullying him early on.
Yeah, that's the Dragon's Blood, and he just doesn't really care about standing in acid. And 2 points in it, and the job's good. And it's been a really, really rough lane for GGG, but... You know, he's coming back, and he was still in XP, he's still getting the gold, he wasn't dying or anything, so he's going to recover very quickly. I think this is something which Newbee will need to deal with. Yeah,
again, I'd like to see this deep vision down. They have the one in the jungle at the moment, which is really nice.
Bottom lane. Want to go on to PYW here. Faith, Season. Nightmare is going to be used, and they can follow up with a Stomp as well. There it goes.
They don't have Chrono.
Just kind of... Don't want to come into. There we go. Now the avalanche has been used. They'll chase, jumping forwards. Now can Inflame get the kill? I think he can. One more hit will be needed, and there goes PYW. Well done by Newbee there. They didn't want to risk their Void just being Avatos, so just holding him back. Meanwhile, Lich stunned under the tower with the arrow to follow up and Moogie with the double damage, and that will be enough damage to bring down XCJ. GGG needs to get himself away from these two as they take down his tower, and there is naught he can do but watch.
Yeah,
stun out as well. Oh, it gets broken.
What broke the sleep?
Gonna be honest with you, I have absolutely no idea.
Okay.
Maybe there was a right click coming through, or there was a splash damage on the DK. No, he's level 1. I don't know. I have no answers.
The problem I have with this Serenity draft is that, like, when you think of Lich Silencer as a support duo, like, when it gets to this 10-minute mark, like, what are they doing? Like, they can't make plays on the map.
They just can make plays on the map, but it's going to be tricky for them. Yeah, I know what you're saying, but
it's not like an Elder Titan, like, for example, or even a Bane. They can actually, they can get things done, which with Serenity seem to be. I feel like they're really reliant on this tiny blink to get things done.
Yeah, but that's okay, right? Like, Tiny should have his blink soon enough, and even without it, they can play reactionary. That's fine for them.
Yeah, they can play reactionary, but. Like, they don't have hard initiation to pair up with the global. No, we usually see things like a Shaker or a Bat Rider. Like, this is what I mean. I feel like they need to get this tiny blink online as soon as they can, so they can make that happen. Yeah, and I think until then they're just going to be playing reactionary with these supports anyway. We're actually in trouble here, and the Avalanche will actually just finish him off. Cool guys, don't look at the explosions as PYW just walks away from his kill. Avalanche job's done. There we go. Who's getting the bounty runes this time? So it looks like it is 3 to. 3 to Newbee. There's a lot of bottles. 2 apiece, I think? Yeah, 2 apiece. Where's the...
Tiny got 2.
But who got them on Newbee? Faith got 1.
Yeah, Moogie
Oh,
got
Faith
1.
got 1, Moogie got 1. No, PYW only got 1 because he bottled it.
Let's get over the runes. Meanwhile, Moogie in trouble. At top, as the shackle does connect, I say trouble, he's absolutely fine. SCCC
well.
hits.
Oh, he's TP.
I think he's gone. He's gone, and Newbee are looking for their second tower up here now. They do have the frost armor. Is it going to do enough to save the tower? No, maybe not. Although ZYD is just firing off some power shots. SCCC still a long time left in this dragon form, though.
Yeah, big fan of how SCCC's playing this game. He takes the mid-tier 1 really early to try and open up the Alchemist jungle.
Arrow doesn't land as Lich is there to steal that nightmare.
It's close.
Moogie going for the TP out will be successful. Oh, I didn't realize Mirana flies whenever she TPs. Very cool.
You just love cosmetics, don't you? I'm sure that's it.
I love that Mirana cosmetic, honestly. If anybody's feeling very grateful out there, then hit me up. I'll give you my digits. Slide into my DMs.
But look at how Newbee are pressuring the map at the moment, though. They are not scared.
Well, Avalanche out onto 2 as PYW just chasing off. And it's actually Faith who's going to fall to Serenity.
All right, maybe they should be scared.
Maybe they should be scared, yeah. Serenity coming back, and that's that reactionary Dota we were talking about. Reactionary Dota.
Yeah, Faith is just trying to get a deep ward down there. They want to spot this Alchemist farming, so where they have this one in the bot jungle, they have the one in the top now as well. This is something I mentioned before. They need to spot this Alchemist farming. They need to find his farming patterns, punish him as much as they can, especially with this SCCC blink on the DK.
No hesitation, as in Flame with the Chronosphere, partnered up with Faith and Moogie. But GGG, it's E-season. They've got their own observer here as well, so they're just going to clear themselves out. Meanwhile, in the top lane, they're looking for XCJ. XCJ just playing around the trees. Oh, Lich playing with fire. Playing with fire does get spotted, though. Stunned up, and down you go, XCJ. There's your breathe fire coming in.
Yeah, he's almost got this DK ult form back up again, so going to be pressuring this tier 1. Open up this match as much as they can. Punish this Alk, which they're doing a good job of so far.
Moogie goes down the stairs and sees PYW and actually going to walk into him here. PYW doesn't want a combo. Does have the mana, but just doesn't want to waste it on Moogie, I guess. Faith dropping down at bottom. I think he was looking for himself. I don't know.
And as well.
Mid lane, they've got the Chronosphere that's out onto the Alchemist. Chemical Rage is still going though, so it's a hard kill to get. But surrounded by heroes, they should be able to finish this one off. Moogie jumps in and finds a kill. Now, the sleep onto the Tiny as well. He tosses away the DK. But what does it matter? As they're just running him down all the same. And actually, they stun up the Lich and try to finish off PYW. Lich is going to fall. PYW. Oh, Eaxi is there with the Astral Spirit. What a play from Newbee. That was really nice from them.
Yeah, they're relentless at the moment. They know this Tiny doesn't have blink, so they're not scared of anything. They can just run at them. They're doing very well at the moment, just pressuring the map as much as they can.
Hard to play this reactionary playstyle when the initiation is that strong onto your Alchemist, though. There was no way they could have saved him there.
They know as long as they have Chrono up, they have this big team fight advantage, so they can run for this 5 versus 5 that we mentioned before. It's,
I love that Eaxi's going for the Spirit Vessel. He's actually just kind of farming up right now whenever he can. He wants to be this massive thorn in the Alchemist's side.
They have to get this early Spirit Vessel. It really frustrates me when teams play against an Alch and they don't have one, because you can't pressure him as much. It gives you such good kill potential. You know, his Chemical Rage is usually a get out of jail free card, but not against the Vessel. What does Mookie have? He has his Javelin now, and he's got a DD rune bottled. So again, I think when they have Chrono up, that's going to be Newbee's time. But until then, they can just be very patient.
What do you think of a spell double damage rune?
That sounds ridiculous.
Yeah? You
Imagine if you got it on something like a Lina.
Skywrath would be the best. Arcane Bolts.
You just Laguna somebody and they die. Like from 100 to 0. Can you imagine it on a Tinker as well? It'd be disgusting.
Oh no. I don't see why not though. I don't see why not. You could argue the same thing about double damage.
Nomad.
Yeah, but double damage is in the late game are ridiculous as well. I mean, I'm just saying, I just want some spice in my life.
Can you imagine if Alina got an early one of those runes?
Yeah, it'd be great.
It would just be insane.
Yeah. It'd be fun. Arcane Rune is boring in my opinion.
They get 3 bounty runes again on Newbee. This is really nice.
Let's play Rate the Rune. I'm going to give you a rune, you've got to rate it from 1 to 10.
Right.
Double damage.
Depends.
You are so terrible at this.
I mean, it's very dependent on the heroes as well. Like it changes from game to game.
Just in general, like, you know, your general. Do you like the rune? Not whether it's good or bad. Just what's your personal feelings towards it? Let's try again. Arcane rune.
Okay, I think Arcane Rune's really good. I think that was a nice addition when they put that in the game.
It's okay. It's a little unflashy, but yeah.
I think Haste Rune's the best.
Oh, what rating would you give the haste rune?
That's a 10 from me.
10. Wow, that was a solid rating.
It's fun to watch as well.
XCJ gonna get called out. They get the shackle forwards onto the lich. Can they bring him down inside? The Global Scientist out as well to try and finish off this kill onto the Dragon Knight, and they will find it. Now the Chronosphere, it's gonna land onto 3. It's very nice. Meanwhile, they bring down the ZYD. The Fiend Script out onto Tiny as well with that ultimate. Oh, there's so much damage. The Lich ulti, though, it's doing a bit, but not enough, as BYW will fall as Newbee take 4 heroes down, and Serenity limp away. Only their Alchemist surviving as he farms in the top lane, completely oblivious to everything.
Where is the damage coming from?
From Serenity?
Yep.
I mean, they got their tiny Avatos combo, and once that was gone, it was just like, oh yeah, oh dear.
They have
the Chrono.
So hard to kill the DK though, because he's so tanky.
Yeah, yeah.
And like you said, once the Avatos combo comes up, where's the? How are they killing anybody else?
Exactly, exactly.
The Lich ult's nice, but
meanwhile, GGG is just trying to get his. He does now have his Radiance, but this is going to be a 17 or 18 minute Radiance. Okay, he's going to the secret shop, but still, it's going to be like 17-minute Radiance on Alchemist is not good.
Yeah, you really want to be getting the 12-13 minute mark if you can.
Yep.
It's a worry. And the thing is, normally, like you have these heroes that can make space for the Alch with the win range on the Tiny, but they've had such a rough start that I don't think Newbee should be scared about making plays on the map here. Yeah, look, they smoke up. The Haste Rune bottled.
Jumping forwards, they got the Alchemist again. He doesn't get the chemical rage off. He's dead. ZZZ bites the dust. Now they can take middle tower from this as well. Serenity are just crumbling here. Here we go. They're looks like they're setting up for something, but I mean, they don't have their Alch. Can you save this tower? I don't really think so. I love the Moonlight Shadow under the tower as well. That's so like that's just posturing. That's like, yeah, we use a Moonlight Shadow. We got people behind us. What do you want to do?
Good blink.
Whoa, that was insane reaction. That's DCC. Man with quick fingers.
He's pretty good, this SCCC guy, isn't he? I think he's...
Yeah, I think so. I think so.
I like what Faith's doing here, up in the top lane. Just getting these deep wards down. Trying to find Fiend's Grip opportunities.
Yep, constantly stalking this Alchemist. They don't want him to feel safe at any stage in this game.
Like, they know this top tier 2 is going to be their next objective, so getting this ward down, you know, if you can get a kill around this top tier 2, transitions really well into the push. I think the Roche has to be the next big thing for Newbee, if they can get that. They really try and push their advantage.
And also interesting from CGG that he's just gone for the unstable, where he went for unstable concoction last. And has only just taken the level 10 talent. At level 13 he took it. So the unstable concoction cooldown, it just didn't have the levels before. Meanwhile, XCJ is called out, and they're going on to Tiny as well, leaping forwards. This is a butchered gank, as Newbee take 2 more kills, finding their feet in this game big time.
Yeah, they need to get out here on Serenity. They need to make sure they don't lose anybody else. And ZYD is the prime target here.
Yeah, but if he can make space with this, then he's going to be fairly happy. But space he shall not, as ATP down to the bottom lane. Oh, GGG's the target. Yeah, Faith is ready and willing and wanting. Just gonna let him stun himself, and now they can play catch up.
This Void's got Chrono.
Up we go, and oh, the silence is out. Nice timing there by Mr. ZinQ.
And this is really nice with Serenity, though. They're playing the map well. Unfortunately, they had to use Global, but again, that's okay. They just need to keep dodging fights, keep farming their Alch.
Yep. But, you know, Inflame's got a Battle Fury now on this Void. He's going to be farming as well. DK farming up, Morana farming as well. You know, this net worth is... Obviously, it's in GGG's favor because he is the Alchemist after all. He hasn't been completely shut down. But, you know, these 3 cores are going to start really doing a lot for Newbee. I think, yeah, Serenity might need to come with another answer here.
Yeah, normally we see the Mask of Madness on the Void, but he's gone for the Battle Fury instead. I mean, it gives them really good wave clear as well, which they, again, they're not. They have okay wave clear, Again, when you're playing the Void, you can play the map quickly. You know, shove waves out quickly when you have the Battle Fury. So I don't mind it.
It serves more than one purpose, is what you're trying to say. Just like most things in life, you know. We're very directional people as humans. We tend to think of things very linearly.
Don't get so philosophical with me, please. This is...
Sorry.
I'm just having a good time.
Sorry, it's not really philosophical, it's just nonsense.
Yeah, true. The Battle Fury is going to help them scale really well as well. And like we said, they go really well late game with the 3 cores that they have on Newbee.
Oh, PYW into the trees. Won't be found by Inflame.
It feels really rough playing this kind of lineup for Serenity when you're playing from behind, though. Like with this Wind Ranger Tiny. Like, imagine if they were head, they'd be like trying to find kills all over the map, like with the blinks and things. But
they need to find a way to make themselves ahead, right?
They do.
Well, Smoke Gank is going to be the attempt. They now have this blink on Alchemist as well, so they're ready to fight. And they're going to look for something here. Newbee, though, they do smell it out, and there's your Faceless Void jumping forwards. They do have the stun out, but do they have the damage to follow up on? And now he's just going to chrono up the Alchemist. Meanwhile, Sleep on the backline's going to catch 3. And ZZZ just held still, and there's a Fiend's Grip. He gets the double kill with that Earth Spin, and now ZZG finds himself all alone as Newbee running through Serenity right now. Zinq can get 1 kill on Tamugi on the backlands, but it doesn't matter because he's going to get brought down all the same, and Tiny, the only survivor, backs himself out as Newbee once again just punishing and punishing and punishing Serenity.
Yeah, Mugi almost got out as well on the Mirana. He leaped away, but I just looked at Zinq's skill build. He actually put 4 points in the glaives already, so he's maxing out that over the last word. So just about finishing off the kill there.
And SECC, he wants to go high ground here, and why not?
Yeah, again, what are you scared of? Got to pressure advantage as much as he can while you're ahead.
And well, all Serenity can do is watch right now, but 5 seconds till his Alk's up, so yeah, SEC backs himself out now. Doesn't want to overstay his welcome.
He knows his ult's running out as well, so you get some nice damage on the tower. It's okay. Don't have to commit for it.
Up at top, they're going to try and get the kill onto Faith here. The stun does come out, but there's the ultimate from Mirana. As Inflame was nearby, didn't have the chrono, but had good intentions.
Yeah, as long as his intentions were good.
Exactly.
That's fine.
Well, nothing's going to happen from this Moonlight Shadow. It was just popped defensively, so they're just going to wait around a little bit. I'm surprised they didn't try and take Roshan after that fight, actually.
Yeah, they could have. The thing is, they don't take it massively well, though. They're not like a great Roche lineup. So they don't have a huge amount of damage coming out. I can normally see like a Medallion, like with something like a Avenger and Ursa. Not this game.
Not this game. Well, GGG going for this Manta style. That's going to help him kind of huddle up in base a little bit and send out some illusions for scouting, for pushing out waves.
It's really good against the Vessel as well. He needs some way of getting rid of that, so that's why we see the Manta coming out next. I like the Blink first, though. They need to be able to try and take fights at least, and they have good, like, decent initiation, so if you can blink in on someone like the Tiny and follow up with the Alk stun, they can get kills.
I hear a sleep. Oh, it's in the mid lane. It's looking around for it. Where is this?
That would have been a really nice grip opportunity, but there was nobody with him, unfortunately.
GGG is like, what's up? But Faith does get the ulti off. Sorry, the invis rune. Meanwhile, up at top, fighting up as Zinq getting beaten up by SCCC with this BKB. And Zinq is going to make it to the shrine. Blink forward from SCCC. Do they do the damage enough? And there's the silence as well, just holding back the DK. And DK in real trouble here, surrounded by Serenity. And there comes BYW for the final toss to find the kill there. Meanwhile, in the backlines, though, they actually relocated to mid on Newbee. They left the DK behind and said, all right, we're going to go deal with mid. And they got the kill onto GGG, who was chasing down the Bane. So that was very good for them. Yeah, the Out got completely isolated from the rest of his team there in that fight. And Faith did a really good job of, again, just using the Nightmare on the Out to keep him still to set up for the kill with the Chrono. That was really nice by Newbee. Smart movements around the map from them. And again, like, if you look at this Alchemist's net worth, he's not having a great time, is a way to put it politely. I mean, he's ahead, but, you know, he's not Alchemist ahead, is he? Yeah, that's the thing. Like, with this Serenity lineup, they really want to be playing from ahead, not just because of the Alch, like we said before, with the Wind Ranger Tiny. So they have to try and find a way to adapt here. And Like, Windrunner and Tiny are just in the bin right now. Like, they got nothing.
That's one way of putting it, yeah. Alright.
Just say it how it is. You know me.
I think they need to try and just get, as soon as they get this Manta online on Serenity, they need to try and make something happen. Because this game's not going to get any easier for them, like with the way that Newbee scale.
Yeah, yeah. Interesting choice for the Shadowblade on the Void when there's already Marana on their team, but, you know, I still like it.
Yeah, it's good. It allows him to just kind of set up on the map by himself as well. Like, you can just get past the wards, get past the vision that Serenity have, try and get these deep kills with the Chrono. Newbee just needed one good team fight now with this Chrono into the splitter, and they'll be in a really commanding position then. I mean, they already are, but...
Mookie actually going straight in for the Mjolnir as well, which is quite interesting.
Honestly, they can just build damage this game, I think. Yeah. Like, he has the BKB on Moogie, so...
Alrighty, Newbee, let's see what you got, or more importantly, let's see what Serenity have got. So the smoke gank is coming in onto ZYD, but that's not the target they want, but they may settle for it. Blink forwards, they do get... Ow. Wow. ZYD is just annihilated.
Yeah, I think that's going to be a Roshan now for Newbee with the pickoff.
This is what they wanted, although ZGG coming in, the buyback from the Wind Ranger as well. Can they bring down Faith in time? They don't want that Fiend Script coming off. ZGG trying to back away. There's the silence to stop the Fiend Script as well. Doesn't interrupt it. Oh, the power shot from the low ground as well is actually going to get them that kill onto Faith. But Newbee, they're not done. They've got this Chronosphere, and they're not afraid to use it. Jumping forwards once again onto ZYD. He has just brought back, slept up. Arrow doesn't miss, but it doesn't matter. They have the damage. Chrono misses onto GGG as PYW gets to work on this Faceless Void. Do they have the damage? He doesn't get the time walk off. He dies. And now Serenity coming forwards. They found 2 kills at last. And, well, Newbee backing themselves out. And just as you are literally saying this is going to be a Roshan, Serenity knew that, and they responded very, very quickly.
That is a dieback, though, from the Wind Ranger. So, again, like, Newbee don't get Roche, so the Serenity is stalling the game, which is nice.
Exactly. I think that's what they wanted.
It's so difficult for ZYD, though. Like, they really want these solo pickoffs, but Newbee are doing such a good job of playing the map as 5 and, you know, taking these 5-on-5 engagements. And it's so difficult for Serenity to get the pickoffs that they want.
Shadowblade now out for the Tiny, at least. That should give him a little bit more of this kind of mobility. So, I mean, I feel like it's been a very careful game from Serenity. Much the same we saw as Newbee last time. You know, they're a little bit behind, so they were just kind of trying to play around. But I think Serenity differ in that they're actually willing to take fights when they know they need to. They're not going to give away Roshan just for 1 kill. They're going to go for the full fight after that because they recognize that the game gets so much harder without it. And now the ping's coming out onto Roshan. They don't have a Chronosphere on the side of Newbee if they want to try and take this.
Do they have vision around the pit on Newbee? Doesn't look like they do. Yeah, I think they have to. It's really scary for them without the vision.
They've got the Astral Spirit.
They just need to wait for this Chrono, though. It's another 20 seconds. That's the most important thing for Newbee. You know, you don't want to take the team fight without your spells.
Apparently they do have vision here. When I'm going over to the Newbee perspective.
Oh, it's in the ancient camp. There's the ward.
Oh yes, I see it. Well, now they catch it out on Serenity as well.
Yeah, they didn't have vision. See?
Now they do.
It didn't happen.
Such lies. Such lies. You know, we're actually just scouting out with his Astral Spirit, but Serenity, they've cleared the air. They know they can't be seen anymore, so they're feeling a little bit more comfortable. Just throw in the log. Just check.
This Alchemist is deceptively tanky, though, with the Frost Armor from the Lich. The Ice Armor, sorry. He's one tough cookie, sitting at 33 armor.
Serenity going to try and sneak this? No, they're going for a kill. Damn it. One of them just try for the sneak. DK just got a lot harder to kill with that 2 times Dragon's Blood, HP, regen, and armor. He's now an absolute unit.
It's his job to be making the space and fighting.
Now they jump forwards, going onto this. Tiny didn't find the pickup. Force-staffing PYW out of this one as SCC chasing down. Now the sleep is out onto the Lich, but it doesn't allow Serenity want to fight this anymore. They're over it as Lich gets left behind.
Yeah, Serenity have this vision on the high ground, but it wasn't where the fight was. It's it's a little bit deeper. I think if they'd have had the vision on the high ground around the secret shop, I think they might have taken it. But Newbee actually just smoked under a ward as well. So Serenity knows something's up.
Yeah, Newbee looking for something here, but ZYD's just gonna hide. Oh, they just chrono him! And now going forwards onto the win rate. Did they find the kill? Was that blind?
I don't know if he had vision from the creeps or not. I don't think so, because it was night time. But
Yeah, that was blind.
it must have been close. But they knew the smoke broke, so...
Yeah, exactly. But still, a really bold play to go for that chronosphere.
Global.
But very nice. Yeah, the global silence is committed, but with your wind ranger down, it's kind of awkward. You can tell Tiny wants to, but he's just going to blink away.
Not sure what that global was, I'll be honest.
Serenity cut their losses.
This Alk is farming, though. No, he's getting there.
He is. He's now the highest net worth. Well, he's been the highest net worth the whole time, I think, but feeling like the highest net worth now.
He's not got the net worth advantage that he would like, though.
True.
That's definitely something.
But in a game that's going like this, you know, I think you take what you can get. I think they played it well so far in Serenity, considering how poorly the start was. But for the last kind of 10 minutes, they've been playing very, very smart.
I like how Zinkyu's scaling on this silencer as well. He's actually building like a right-click kind of silencer. He's gone for the int steal as well.
Oh,
he's
God.
going for the pike. He needs. They need somebody else to do damage.
Yeah, I know what you're saying. You're correct, but it's scary. It's scary. Now toss up. They're trying to bring down SCCC, but this is not easy. And now they're just going to turn it around to PYW. Force-staff him out of here. He's slept up, but will survive.
He outstunned himself under a ward, but okay, they don't want to go for this without the
We
chrono.
won't talk about that.
Yeah, again, they just need the chrono up to be able to take fights. Newbee can be very patient here, especially with the Aegis.
Yeah, the reason I was oh-godding the silencer wasn't because I thought the build was bad. It just reflects badly on my pubs. It's one of those things where I don't want my position 5 silencer trying to build a hurricane pike.
He's 4, dude. He's a position 4.
I know. But that's what I mean in my games. My position 5 will build the hurricane pike, and that's a hard F. Well, Newbee with this Aegis, kind of just content to kind of farm, but I feel like they really need to be trying to put some pressure on here. I don't like the laid-back way they're now playing.
They're just playing around this chrono now, though.
Oh, yeah, true.
They're going to try and take this top tier too. That's the most important thing now. Again, just take all the map control away that you can. So they're looking for this. They don't have the DK ult at the moment, so it's not going to die massively quickly, this tower. But yeah, again, Serenity just have to dodge fights here. They have to be scared.
It's very similar to last game, I feel. You know, the way they're kind of just skirting around each other and Mexican standoff. No team really wants to commit to this right now. They're just kind of... Nobody wants to fight until this chrono is up. And actually, the chrono is up now, so yeah, Newbee do want to fight. They want to be going in. They've also just got a BKB on the Void. This is screaming to me that they want to end the game soon. Void's just going to clear out bottom lane. I think we might see a death push coming out from Newbee. I hope we do. And how does Serenity take this next fight?
It's difficult. They need to get this. They need to use this global well.
Oh, here we go. They've got the Mirana's Aegis taken away. Faith with the Nightmare from the low ground as PYW tosses up. Mugi, the BKB's pop, but it doesn't do a thing. Now ZZZ trying to chase down Faith as well. The power shot going to come through, blinking forwards, but the stun, return onto GGG, Chronosphere onto 2, onto 3 in the backline. GGG is isolated, but the stun actually interrupts the Fiend's grip, but it doesn't matter. GGG is going to go down all the same. Windrunner to follow as well. That Chronosphere just messed up Serenity's fight so badly as down goes XCJ. And, well, the Chain Frost left to bounce alone as Serenity once again losing a fight.
Yeah, really, really nice fight. It looked really good for Serenity at first because they got this kind of like 1-by-1 effect. You know, they picked off the Mirana first, who had the Aegis, and they tried to move on to the next target, but Newbee held the high ground really well with the DK there.
Yeah, and that Chronosphere just to separate 3 off. I'm pretty sure the Void didn't even attack the people in the Chrono. He just went straight for the.
This is a buyback.
The Alchemist. Yeah, Zinq is going to be okay. Pops the ulti as well. PYW just fighting on the front lines, but Zinq getting really low is going to fall. They get the return kill onto Inflame, but now PYW being hunted down as SCC finds another one, and now they're going to look for the middle barracks. 10 seconds until your Alchemist is back. Buyback on the Tiny. They really want to defend these barracks, but how can you?
Mugi's up now. So Serenity have to be respectful of him here, especially without the silencer up for 70 seconds. They have to just chill. Reset.
Chill. Relax.
ZZZ?
This could be completely huge. They're going to have the arrow follow up. And Mugi's going to jump in. No Chemical Rage. They don't have the Fiend's Grip, so they have the damage. BKB being popped. They just take him down. And they sleep up Tiny as well, but they don't have the vision for him. Indeed. Would all be... Oh, next CJ. And now, well, ZYD is going to give it a go, and now with the Avalanche toss combo, that's fairly nice. Could get 2 kills here. Yes, he does get the log out in time. Now Mugi fighting alone, but not scared. Marana versus the world. And the ping's coming out as he walks under the wall, and they actually get BYW here as they throw down the shackle onto the Marana. And blink away from ZYD, the only survivor, in fact. So Serenity somehow managed to scavenge a couple of kills.
Boy.
ZYD is pulling a bit of a matrix dodge there.
Yeah, both teams have vision on that high ground there, so they both thought they had the vision advantage for that fight to be able to try and take it. But you know, when both teams have vision in these fights, again, I feel like Newbee always have the advantage. I just saw Void had a perseverance and a recipe, and I thought he was building another Battle Fury for a second.
Madman.
I was getting very confused, and then obviously
I hadn't seen that. I got very excited.
The double Battle Fury Void.
Absolutely.
Yes,
Spear is ready. ZYD. He just throws it out again, and goodbye, ZYD.
Why not?
Goodbye.
This win range is such an important part for the Serenity side. It's so much of their damage. So if they can just pick off this win range at the start.
Why is every time I look at GGG, he's just stunned himself again? Wasn't even an enemy that time.
It's just Alchemist things, really. I'll be honest. Got a man to dodge those stuns.
He's thrown out again. He's actually going on to Mugi here, but the BKB is out from Mugi. The 4-star BKB buys him enough time to get it off. And now they come forward here. They've actually got Zinq out of the base, and I think that was a buyback from him. Yep, 70 seconds, no silencer. Newbee can look to take some buildings right now. Serenity, again, can't find a thing. As Newbee look to make this series 1-1.
Yeah, looking good for them at the moment. They don't have the chrono up, but again, without the silencer up with the global, they know that they have the advantage. Like Win Ranger buys back, but they have to make miracles happen here on Serenity. Oh dear.
G. Dota 2. Well, BYW jumps on the backlines and does kill Mugi at least. XCJ does fall for Serenity. And now the Tiny brought down. And there's your GG coming out. Serenity will fall as Newbee. Level out this best of 3.
A much better performance there from Newbee. I feel like Serenity had a little bit of some draft issues there, but again, I think going into game 3, Newbee have the momentum now. They want it. They're all out now. They're feeling themselves. They're happy. You know, they want to go for this. And I feel like Newbee played their draft very well. I think this Alchemist, they needed a win condition on Serenity, but again, didn't really work as well for them as they'd have hoped. Didn't play from ahead. They were always behind in this game, and with the lineup that they have, it was very difficult to ever come back. Again, without a position 4 that can make plays on the map, how do you ever get back ahead in this game? It's really hard.
Yep, Newbee taking it 1. Oops, sorry. Newbee taking it into an even series, and yeah, I mean, as you said, it was a well played game from them, well executed, and I think a lot of people didn't really expect that actually.
I think without the IO, Serenity need another opener for themselves. They're very confident with this IO gyro, but they need another opener that they can feel confident with it going into this second phase, because the Lich Tiny felt... I'm not really sure what the Lich was supposed to do this game. They picked it up so early in the draft. It's really nice if they have good physical damage and you kind of counter-pick it, but they kind of just pick the Lich, and they're like, oh, we can't win our lanes, though, because they have ET Bane. So what's this Lich do now? It's really underwhelming. Alrighty,
well, we see what they can pull out in game number 3 coming up shortly to decide the winner of this best of 3. Who's your money on?
I'm going to go with Newbee because they have the momentum now. I think they're going to be really happy with themselves after that performance, and they can keep that momentum going into the third game.
All right, well, just to keep it interesting, I'm going to put my money on Serenity and see what they can do for game number 3 coming up shortly.
ESL One Hamburg is brought to you in part by Intel, Mercedes-Benz, Vodafone,